Talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless, we will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. Oh, no applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
What geese?
Got one right now. The urge to puff that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day: what we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money! Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot. Jimmy coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Good morning, America.
I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in. I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in. That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, where?
Ginger.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Well, hello to you, and you. Once again, we literally just got done with a tour, and I was going to see you tonight at 6 o'clock, but turns out the trial is off today for a particular reason. We'll get into that and give you where we are right now. So, like I said, Juneteenth is coming. Tomorrow, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Juneteenth, yes indeed. So with that being said, the trial will be back on Friday. So that being said, higher is weighing, low is available, but either way, we are live on tour. Let me take down this iconic intro here. Yes, indeed. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is me again. Hey, everybody, welcome in. Glad to have all you here. Let's get to the beginning and doing what we do. So like I said, I was waiting to see you guys at 6 o'clock, and then I saw that apparently court adjourned at 9:36 this morning, because usually we'll wait around for 3 to 5 o'clock, and then you guys know I come on at 6 o'clock, right? So you get literally the day that was live in real time. But here we go. Sean Diddy Combs trial recap: court adjourned until Friday after juror calls out sick. United States District Judge Aaron Surin said the Combs trial can't go on today because juror is sick and had vertigo. What to know about the trial? And by the way, all these updates comes to us from NBCNews.com. U.S. District Judge Aaron Surin said the Sean Diddy Combs trial can't go on today because a juror called out sick and had vertigo. Court will resume Friday morning with Brendan Paul, a former Combs personal assistant, is expected to testify. Assistant U.S. Attorney Maureen Comey said yesterday that the government will likely rest its case Friday. Combs' defense team said it needs 2 to 5 days to present its case, but that timeline isn't set in stone. Combs faces 5 criminal counts: 1 count racketeering conspiracy, 2 counts of sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, and 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. Combs has ferociously denied the allegations against him. This live briefing may include graphic descriptions of sexual violence. For resources on sexual assault, call the National Sexual Assault Telephone Hotline. Sign up for the Diddy on Trial newsletter for key developments and analysis. And of course, listen to the Dateline Nightly podcast. So like I said, I'm going to be on here for not a long time, but for a good enough time to give you these updates, because I had no idea. So I was preparing for 6 o'clock tonight to come here with all of you to get a full summary and give y'all that dynamic video that we often do. Hear some articles and then be out. But court is done for today. So right here, this happened at 9:36 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Court done for today, resuming Friday. Smeary asked jurors to return to the courthouse at 8:30 a.m. Friday for a shortened day of testimony from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. So it looks like I may be heading on at 2 o'clock, which means that, oh my God, wow, that's gonna be crazy. So basically, like, what, an hour to prepare? Oh my God, that's gonna be a crazy ass show that day. So I'm gonna have to keep it right and tight. Probably do it from 11 a.m. to 12:30, so that way I can get ready for the 2 o'clock show. Child, now that will be something interesting to see live. I can pull that off. Child, I pulled off many close calls before, but that one's gonna be too close to a fire on a 4th of July or Juneteenth barbecue, child. Anyway, court is ending early Friday, so a juror can attend the son's graduation. And shout out to Judge Aaron Surin for making that accommodation happen. By the way, this judge has been very, very good. I have to give the judge his remarks for sure. Tomorrow's a federal holiday, Juneteenth, National Independence Day. So shout out to everybody celebrating Juneteenth. I know the barbecues will be hot, hot. Oh, we got it. Hot, hot. Oh, we got to use some words from the Polar Express there. Lawyers discuss exhibit issues while trial holds for sick juror. As the trial holds to address today's absentee juror who is sick, lawyers from Combs and judge are wasting no time to state what the show. there was an article from TMZ that a juror got a text message from an unidentified number and basically asked, "Are you juror number 6?" The juror did not know what to do, reported to the judge, and so they're trying to figure out what's going on. And then, of course, we have a tabled issue because juror number 7 might have inconspicuously talked to a former colleague about the case. As you all know, you cannot talk to anybody about the case nor watch anything of commentary about the case. Now, this jury is not sequestered, which is a problem. And also, too, you have juror 6 out who took very thorough notes. So who's to say that he won't sit down with Tossaway K? Who's to say that he won't sit down with somebody? Who's to say that HarperCollins is not talking to him about a book deal right now? And who's to say that juror 6 is trying to figure out how to diversify his time from the courtroom? But he can't do that as of yet because the trial is now over. We're in the 6th week right now. 7th week will be next week, and then 8th week will be the week. So the 7th week round will be from June 22nd to June 28th, and then the 7th week and the final week will be from June 29th to July 5th. Now, like I said to you before, the jury deliberations will be starting on July 4th. Now, they could have a verdict that same day, or it could happen Sunday or Saturday. By the way, during that weekend will be the Essence Festival of Culture. So if the verdict is out on July 4th, that will be the dominant topic of the Essence Festival of Culture. Whether the verdict comes out on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, that will be the dominating question and headline topic of that music and cultural festival. So yes, indeed. So that's just to give you context on this one here, that there was something under seal that got out and the judge got into the prosecution's ass and the defense's ass. So I think that's why they're doing that there. Judge said trial can't go on today due to sick juror. Sumerian said Combs' trial can't go on today because one of the 12 regular jurors is sick and had vertigo. The juror in question needs to stay home today, according to the judge. Who is Combs' former assistant, Brendan Paul? Brendan Paul was arrested back in March 2024 at the Miami Opalaka Executive Airport on charges of possession of suspected Coca-Cola, suspected grass candy. According to a police report, his arrest was the same day federal agents conducted search warrants at Combs' Miami and Los Angeles residences. Prosecutors later decided to only charge him with possessing Coca-Cola, not the drink itself. Y'all just try to cover us on the channel here, on our channel rather. And that charge was later dropped in December after Paul accepted and completed a 6-month pre-trial diversion program often offered to first-time offenders. NBC Miami reported. He was also named in a civil lawsuit against Combs filed by Rodney Lil Rod Jones, a producer who alleged Combs sexually harassed, drugged, and threatened Jones for more than a year. In that lawsuit, Jones alleged that he and Paul were required to carry drugs and firearms for Combs when Combs traveled. Like I said, one person that has not testified in this trial is this woman right here, Tiffany Red. She is friends with Cassie. She gave an exclusive interview to NBC News. So don't know if she will be in this trial. I'm sure that after everything that's happened to her, she is probably done. But I've been wondering about Tiffany Red in this trial for sure. Hopefully she's doing all right there. Actually, let's do this real quick. Y'all know we don't mind promoting people over here that are trying to do something good in the neighborhood for the culture. So here we go here. I can't play that because copyright. Announcement from Tiffany Red. I'm opening up 2 private one-on-one strategy offers for creators and entrepreneurs ready to stop guessing and move smarter. Music business strategy session. Learn how to advocate for yourself, negotiate your worth, and navigate the business side of your career with clarity and confidence. Visibility strategy session. Turn your story, passion, and experience into real leverage. We will build a visibility plan that attracts new opportunities and aligns with who you exactly are. These are real strategy sessions designed to help protect, these are real strategy sessions, designed to help you protect your value with intention and your career with purpose. Only 10 spots per session. Beta pricing won't last. Comment strategy or hit the link in my bio to grab your spot. So shout out to Tiffany Red there, and hopefully that will go well for her. In Jesus' name, yes, amen. All right, back to our timeline here. Like I said, Brendan Paul was also named in a civil lawsuit against Combs filed by Rodney Lil Rod Jones, a producer who alleged Combs sexually harassed, drugged, and threatened Jones for more than a year. In that lawsuit, Combs is on trial. Jones alleged that he and Paul were required to carry drugs and firearms from Combs when Combs traveled. Here's what happened yesterday. U.S. Attorney's Office Special Agent Delissa Penland testified yesterday that Combs appeared to pay for a male escort's trip from Los Angeles to New York in August 2009, a point that bolsters the transportation to engage in prostitution charge Combs faces. Now, we learned yesterday from ABC News that while Combs did pay for it, that was controlled by multiple accounts by his company, Bad Boy Records. We learned that yesterday. The defense tried to illustrate that Combs' freak-offs were consensual, reading text messages that showed Combs and ex-girlfriend Cassandra Ventura, picking dates for their next hotel night. Yesterday, Sumerian was livid and rebuked the prosecution and defense over an online article that appeared to include details from a sealed proceeding. He asked both lead attorneys if they knew the source of the articles and scolded them, saying someone was lying. Trial inching closer to the end. The trial had been moving along nicely before hitting speed bumps Monday and yesterday with the longer than expected testimony of U.S. Attorney's Office Special Agent Delissa Penland. While Penland didn't work directly on this investigation, she was brought to testify about the charts and data involved in the case. She spent a bulk of yesterday afternoon under cross-examination by the defense, which introduced through Penland many text messages from Combs' former girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, in the hopes of showing the defendant that the defendant she did coerce her into sex acts with strangers. The government hopes to rest this case by the end of this week. Who's expected to testify today? This was at the top of the morning here at 7:06 a.m. U.S. Attorney's Office Special Agent Delissa Penland will finish her testimony today. Was supposed to. While she did not work directly on the prosecution's case, Penland was tasked with reviewing the Combs investigation charts and data. Combs' former personal assistant, Brendan Paul, and at least one summer witness were also expected to testify. So that's everything that you need to know from the day that could have been the 26th day of the Diddy trial there. So, hey, Nikki News on Narcissism. Good to see you, my friend. I hope all is well with you. Child, listen, I am so far gone with Beyond the Gates. I know. I would have to literally take off some off days just to catch up. Like, I still have my notes and everything, but child, that and virtual tour Destination Roundup, I would have to literally just take a weekend off, which I feel like I'll have a weekend off here really soon because of the Never Ever Mets reunion that's coming up this Saturday. Hopefully it's just a one-part reunion. So believe me, I know I haven't served my audience on the video side for a while. Okay, so believe me, I see you, I hear you, I still love y'all. And I hope that no love is lost, okay? Because I still love, value, and embrace y'all very much. But child, this trial has made me feel like this.
Time is slipping away from me.
Because child, I've been on every single day Like, let me tell y'all how many shows that I have produced along with the Diddy trial, right? Because usually I'm on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, off Thursday, on Friday, right? So usually 2 shows on Monday. Hang on, let me add this up, child, just so y'all can know. Because we do the work over here, child, for real. So we would do what? By the way, shout out to the 10 people, 9 people here, rather. Thank you so much for being here. So we do 2 shows on Monday, 1 show on Tuesday, 2 shows on Wednesday, and then 2 shows on Friday. So 7 shows a week normally. But with the Diddy trial, okay, 3 shows on Monday, right? So that's 11 a.m. show, Diddy show, Roa. Then 1 show on Tuesday, that would be the Diddy trial. 3 shows on Wednesday, that would be 11 a.m. Diddy trial, and then 90 Day Fiance Hunt for Love. Then a show on Wednesday, a show on Thursday rather. 1 show on Thursday, and then Friday you would get 2 shows, right? So 11 a.m. show, Diddy show, that would be 10 shows a week. And then if you count Never Ever Met, that's 11 shows in 1 week, all live. So believe me, I've been working over here. Okay, listen. So yes, indeed. So just want you guys to know, it's not because I don't want to do it. I've just been laser focused. So I love you, value, embrace you so damn much. All right. Here is here's a clip right here from Newsweek talking about the juror that was sick today.
Day 26 of the criminal trial against Sean Diddy Combs. We were about maybe 15 to 20 minutes in of the proceedings, and the judge had informed both parties that there is a sick juror. They complained of vertigo, so there's going to be no testimony today from Brendan Paul, a former assistant for Mr. Combs. Paul, a 26-year-old former Syracuse University basketball player, was arrested last year on the same day that federal authorities raided Mr. Combs' properties, but the case was later dropped. There's going to be no proceedings tomorrow due to the Juneteenth federal holiday. This wash of a day will technically push back the case at least 1 full day, which means I would expect the prosecution to rest their case now on Monday. Defense attorneys for Mr. Combs have said they'll take about 2 to 5 days, meaning that would take us about Wednesday to the latter part of next week for the case to potentially get to a jury. That time frame would put us at a potential verdict watch for June 30th or the 1st or 2nd of July. We have also learned that rapper Kanye West has also been added to Mr. Combs' friends and family list, which means that he can, if he comes back, go up to courtroom 26B and actually sit a couple rows behind Mr. Combs.
So there you go with that there. Thank you so much. By the way, those are the new Frosty Swirls, by the way, in case you're wondering what's going on there, everybody. All right. More Braylon's Virtual Tour Live coming up right from the space right here and right now. From People Magazine, people.com, Diddy trial halted for the day after juror. Sorry, y'all, suffers vertigo. Proceedings will resume on Friday, June 20th. Here we go. The judge in the Sean Diddy Combs trial adjourned court for the day after a juror experienced vertigo and had to return home. Judge Aaron Surian halted proceedings Wednesday, June 18th, for the juror's partner informed the court of the symptoms. We have a sick juror, the judge said, later adding, I don't think there's any way for us to proceed today. Assistant U.S. Attorney Maureen Comey told the court she was opposed to dismissing the juror for the remainder of the trial. Both prosecutors and the defense agreed it did not make sense to proceed Wednesday with a sick juror. Good for both sides agreeing on something. I mean, the defense is still a dumb piece of shit, but I mean, slow clap, I guess, you know. Listen. The court did review text messages between a member of Combs' security team and a drug dealer introduced by the prosecution. The defense objected to their admission This is the same defense team that has asked for 3 mistrials and have been denied 3 times, just like Diddy asked for 3 bails of $50 million and got denied all 3 times. Okay. The judge will decide if the texts are admitted into evidence. Well, everything else has been entered into evidence, from text messages to audio to freak off videos. So why not? Proceedings will resume Friday, June 20th at 8:30 a.m., with Thursday being the Juneteenth holiday. Brendan Paul, Combs' former assistant, who prosecutors allege transported drugs for Combs, is expected to testify on Friday. Combs is charged with sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage prostitution, and has pled not guilty. So there is that there. And then from the New York Post here, sick juror derails Diddy trial as rapper's drug mule was set to testify. So there you go there. Sean Diddy Combs' bombshell sex trafficking trial was derailed Wednesday because of a sick juror, as the rapper's alleged drug mule had been positioned, rather, not poisoned, child. Ooh, Lord. But they probably did some poisoning, allegedly. Rather, poised to begin testifying, Manhattan federal Judge Arnson informed Combs, his lawyers, and prosecutors just after 9 a.m. that a juror had been experiencing vertigo symptoms. I don't see how we can proceed today. Today, the judge adds, this is Brendan Paul right here, the alleged drug mule of Diddy, and I think this is his lawyer here. Sir, your eyes are closed. Listen, I'm not making fun of the man. Okay, but this man has a finger pointed, and he's not looking at where he's going. I'm just saying. Okay, Brendan Paul, a former college basketball player who allegedly supplied Combs with drugs, arrived in court Wednesday morning and was slated to begin testifying as the last major witness in the prosecution's case against the hip hop mogul. The closely watched trial will be on hold until Friday morning because of the Juneteenth federal holiday on Thursday. Paul, 25, was arrested on March 26th, 2024. Around the same time, the feds raided the Bad Boy Records founders' Miami and Los Angeles homes. Paul was found with Coca-Cola and grass candy when he was cuffed. Just as he was about to board Combs' plane in Miami. Combs was about to go to another country, allegedly with no extradition treaty, so that way he could not take responsibility for fifth court or half for anything that he's done. The feds dropped the case against Paul in December after he completed a drug treatment diversion program. On Tuesday, when jurors were not in the courtroom, Paul briefly took the witness stand to plead the fifth and exercise his right not to incriminate himself. However, prosecutors then said they would grant him immunity if he testified truthfully in the case. In a $30 million lawsuit filed by producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones against Combs last year, the Hooper turned amateur music producer was accused of being Combs' drug mule, who also supplied him with pals. Paul, an Ohio native, played Division I basketball at Syracuse University from 2018 to 2020 before he transferred to Fairmont State University to play for a Division II team for his last 2 years. The Baller is expected to be the last major witness in prosecutor's case against the I'll Be Missing You rapper. After Paul, only 2 more law enforcement witnesses are scheduled to testify before prosecution rests its case. Combs' lawyer Mark Affelia on Monday indicated that the defense case will last as little as 2 days, really 2 to 5 days from what we've been hearing. But you're going to take basically 6 weeks of damning, incriminating, and you're done fucked up energy of testimony and try to defend Diddy rather in 2 days. In 2 days. Did I mention that this is the lawyer that said 1 bottle of baby oil goes a long way? I did mention that, didn't I? Let's play that clip. Since we're here just talking, y'all, it's an off day today. It would have been the 26th day of the trial, but the way that I, have followed the trial, I put the exact number. So because the trial because there was no actual factual testimony today, I didn't put a day today. So I just said off day today. Hopefully that makes sense. So let's look at that clip. I will tell you this, it has been quite the journey covering this trial every single day on this channel. I mean, I would love to get to be able to be at stats where I could do this full time, 5 days a week, 5 nights a week rather, from 6 to 8 p.m. on a major television platform or streaming platform. But until we get there, I'm making it do what it do. But,
Shoe warehouse. We've got a shoe for every you. Styles you have to have. The brands you're obsessed with. The deals you'll brag about. For the love of shoes, get to DSW ASAP. Designer Shoe Warehouse.
This is the type of indictment you would expect from someone in the mafia.
I don't know that I could keep him off the stand. He is very eager to tell his story.
now, he says that, but now as we're getting close to the end of the trial, Diddy might not testify. Just want to put that into the timeline. Let's roll on.
They're going to show that video over and over and over about what happens to women that won't change their stories.
His reputation is over.
The United States government, they start making this case as a takedown of a successful black man.
TMZ presents The Downfall of Diddy, The Indictment, now streaming on Tubi.
They call them freak-offs. But, you know, back when I was a kid in the late 70s, they were called threesomes.
If these are genuinely threesomes, how do you explain 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
I don't know where the number 1,000 came.
The U.S. attorney said it.
I can't imagine it's thousands. I mean, you know, and I'm not really sure what the baby oil has to do with anything.
They're essentially saying it's a lubricant for an orgy.
I guess. I don't know what you need 1,000. One bottle of baby oil goes a long way. I imagine it's thousands. I mean, you know, and I'm not really sure what the baby oil has to do with anything.
They're essentially saying it's a lubricant for an orgy.
I guess. I don't know what you need 1,000. One bottle of baby oil goes a long way. Thousands. I mean, you know, and I'm not really sure what the baby oil has to do with anything.
They're essentially saying it's a lubricant for an orgy.
I guess. I don't know what you need 1,000. One bottle of baby oil goes a long way. I don't know what you need 1,000 for.
Lamont testified that agents found a total of 200 bottles of baby oil. But this is the lead defense attorney for Diddy. Moving on. And his team is going to defend Diddy in as little as 2 days. Charming, just simply charming. Yes, indeed. He said he plans to call these 3 witnesses, including 2 former employees of Combs and a paralegal at Fanlio's firm. Hi, Braylon Lee. Question. Hi. I know I'm not in New York, but just a question. Would that paralegal from Fanlio's firm be a conflict of interest? Because couldn't Mark Anfilio tell the paralegal what to say and how to say it and how to be on the stand, which would then imply of setting up a scheme to come to us with the bullshit to get Diddy out of this shit? Would that be a fair question to ask? I'm just asking a question. I'm just asking a motherfucking ass question. You saw the thumbnail. You know my voice, and damn it, you know why you're here. The scheduling announcement by the attorney suggested that Combs will not testify in his own defense. Combs, 55, is accused of sex trafficking, racketeering, conspiracy, and prostitution-related charges. Prosecutors claim he forced women to have sex with no prostitutes while they were high on drugs, and while he watched, recorded, and pleasured himself or relieved himself, or could have been a Yellowstone geyser, if you will, during the so-called freak-offs. Combs has pleaded not guilty, and his lawyers have argued that the women who partook in the drug and lubed up sex marathons were his gal pals. Gal pals would be like the Golden Girls in that scene where I think it was Blanche who said, "Condoms, Rose, condoms." That would be a gal pal. A gal pal is getting Stella Rosa wine or Wondering wine, which is a black-owned wine. You should get that, by the way, or any other type of wine, and having a girls' night in. That's a gal pal. Or a gal pal would be maybe going over and getting some ice cream and some pizza or some sushi or whatever the fuck that they like to get them through a hard time. That's a gal pal. This is not that. And willing participants, but jurors have heard testimony from two women, including Combs' former longtime girlfriend, Cassie or Cassandra Ventura, that he was physically faces up to life in prison if convicted of the top charge. And then finally, from Hot New Hip Hop here, we now know when Diddy's trial will be wrapped up by. It's also been revealed that Diddy has not chosen to testify in his trial, with experts giving their reasons as to why. Thanks to Judge Arnson, we have a good idea of when Diddy's alleged sex trafficking and racketeering trial will be over per people. Judge Mr. Smirian, said that he expects things to wrap up before July 4th. So as you guys heard from that reporter there, which his name is, let me get his name from Newsweek. Please cite our sources here. So from Joshua Reddit Miller, senior news reporter from Newsweek, said that jury watch would potentially start on June 30th through July 1st or 2nd, because, like I said, Judge Arnson wants it done by July 4th. He wants the whole trial done by July 4th. So which means we get a verdict on that day. Yeah, we are coming down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen. It sounds like he didn't go further as to where that prediction comes from, but now we have a more concrete timeline. Let's see here. This update comes amidst another big development that's that Diddy will not be testifying, per sources close to the outlet. Reportedly, neither side wants him to take the stand. Wait, what? I mean, I know that the prosecution doesn't want Diddy to take the stand, but his own team doesn't want him to take the stand. Well, I mean, if he didn't do anything wrong, let him go up there and defend himself. I mean, all these accusations and maligning and, just dragarizations that has been happening to him for 8 weeks. I'm sure he has a lot to say. Listen, if nothing applied, let it fly. But if he doesn't testify, then it must apply. Nina Rami, who is also a former federal prosecutor, told People magazine, People.com, back in May why that would be risky for the mogul to speak up for himself. He essentially predicted that this would happen and also touched on what sort of strategy mogul's team would deploy going forward. Romney said that the continued use of discrediting his accusers was going to be their play. Specifically, they would use the angle that all of them are testifying for fame, money, or revenge. Romney gave that stance following Suge Knight's advice to Diddy for how he should approach the trial. The only way Combs can even begin to take some of that pain away is if they have Puff Daddy on the stand. The truth come out. Puffy should get on the stand and look at these people and say, this is what I did. Diddy trial. Romney combated that take with how that could lead Diddy potentially setting himself up for a dicey cross-examination. Moreover, he pointed out that due to the number of other civil lawsuits on the docket, he will be playing a dangerous game, essentially. But with roughly 3 weeks of this gripping trial to go, we will have to wait and see if Diddy and his team decide to change his mind. Testimonies were reportedly kicked back into gear on Friday, June 20th. Judge Aaron Sermon had to cancel proceedings today due to a juror coming down with symptoms of vertigo. So that is everything that you need to know about the day that could have been the 26th day of the Diddy trial. So we're going to take a little commercial break, and we will be back right after this. We are live on tour. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be back right after this. Rolling.
Beyond this gate, find gardens green and epic worlds to fill your dreams.
Power 923 Jams and the Arkansas Minority Health Commission encourages you to take the COVID-19 vaccine to help keep you and your loved ones safe. Involved in our community, the People Station, Power 923 Jams. KIPR Pine Bluff, Little Rock, KFOG, Little Rock, a Cumulus media station. And now, back to the jams. Hip-hop. Drake.
Girls want girls where I'm from. Yeah, well, girls want girls where
R&B. J. Howell.
Just 'cause I love you and you love me.
And now, bumping back-to-back continuous music with another fresh new jam. Heard here first on the People Station, Power 923 Jams. Power 9.
On the Never Ever Match reunion, we'll find out if the couples who lasted are still going strong and if the others are looking for closure. There was a lot of secrets in this house.
Clay, is that sweat on your brow?
Wow. That's the gaslighting part. That is gaslighting.
Mind your business.
He slapped me in the ass so hard, my teeth clicked together.
You didn't say, oh, I like that. That feel good?
You are a soul that I would love to keep in my life.
I'm loving it. I'm loving y'all right back. Welcome back into Braylon's virtual tour live. Glad to have all you here today. The Diddy trial is off today. Would have been the 26th day of the Diddy trial. So the real 26th day will be happening Friday. So, of course, Juneteenth is tomorrow. Please celebrate Juneteenth. All right. While we still have it. Amen, amen, amen. Sincerely, because at this point, anything is up for grabs. Okay. Sad to say that, but we have to recognize the rain and lightning, not just the sunshine and rainbows we want to see. So yes, indeed. Like I said, welcome in everybody. Glad to have all of you here. I'm Braylon Lee, your tour guide through this virtual world social media we all live in, and this is Braylon Lee's virtual tour live. We go live on tour to go to the destinations that you guys are all traveling to in this virtual world social media. For the last 6 weeks, we have been going to the destination of the Diddy trial. Live pretty much every day at 6 o'clock or every evening at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 5 Central, right here on our channel. And it's been quite an interesting ride. A lot of testimony from a lot of different people. Some revelations were said. Some things were confirmed. Some things were denied. But we're far from over, ladies and gentlemen. We are far from over. 8 people in the building. Like, comment, share, subscribe. That's all here. And I think it just started to rain where I'm at right now. Yes, indeed. Oh, my Lord Jesus. So that's where we are, y'all. Live on tour this evening. So I'm going to give y'all a full hour before I cut off the camera here. And then after that, I will get done here. And then make it do what it do for tonight, because we got 90 Day Fiance Hunt for Love. So I gotta watch the episode. Y'all know how I do with my after show reviews. I do it the day of, because that's the day we're reviewing it. But also too, I want to be fresh with what I have to say. So we'll be doing that tonight at 6 p.m. So as soon as I get done here, we'll make it do what it do. And then tonight at 8:30 p.m., we will be doing the not Diddy, sorry. We're talking about Diddy now. We will be talking about Kanye West lawsuit. That's right. Lauren Picata has a lawsuit out. I do have the documents, and we'll be talking about all of it live tonight at 8:30. So programming notices are shifting. One thing to know, 2 things for sure, Nikki News and Narcissist will tell you. I think this is probably one of the most up-to-date, progressive, and very open-minded for the culture channels that you'll see on YouTube. I try my very, very best to always keep it above, keep it real, and keep it out loud to you all of what's going on, because I mean, life is that complex. So why don't you think your YouTube channels wouldn't be complex either? So believe me, a lot of times, and really 10 times out of 10, I do not know the destinations that we're going to be traveling to until I see them form. Just like Tyler Perry yesterday with that lawsuit. If you were not here for that 46-page readout of the lawsuit, after this one, go watch it. It's 3 hours long. Believe me, you need to hear every single detail. Okay, so I also linked the lawsuit in the description box. So if you are a content creator, you look for the documents, just say where you got the documents from. All right, shout out to Document Tings who put the documents out. Shout out to me for being able to present to y'all there on our channel here. So a lot going on, and Thursday will be Juneteenth. So I think I'll be off for the first time in quite a while. Thank God, because child, being on every single day, man. By the way, I will just say this. This will be a good time for Nubian TV to do some live streaming content of this Diddy trial because it is a hot topic. I think that any streamer that has not, delved into this story, they have been missing out for a good while because I remember when Entertainment Tonight did ET Live as like an entertainment news streaming service kind of, and it really didn't pop off like they thought because this is the thing, right? When it comes to programming, audiences will only consume based on if it agrees with their pattern of thinking, right? So if Entertainment Tonight was smart about their entertainment news streaming service, it should have been entertainment. Then it should have been Entertainment Today. Then it should have been Entertainment Tonight, right? And then throughout the day, you have, I'll put it like this. The morning block should have been all entertainment news. The evening block would be commentary shows like myself, by Renee Creole, Chit Chat with QT, the Silver, Tea Talk with your girl Sassy from AO3, Binge Worthy Kempire. I think I said Lovely TTV already, but that's how it should have went. But of course, we don't have intelligent people who know how to be creative. You get shit, so it is what it is. That's not to say that Entertainment Tonight is shit. Okay, listen, we can love something and call it out for what it is as well. Okay, so listen. But yep, we are just chilling here. 6 people in the building. Thank you all so much for being here. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Glad to have you all here. And by the way, y'all can feel free to type in the live chat. I know sometimes with this channel, it's like, okay, wait a minute, he's a lot to deal with. He'll go from an NC-17 mouth to a rated R mouth like that. But believe me, as long as you come in peace, I come in peace. You come in pieces. Want to make me in pieces, I'll make you in pieces. Like it's that simple, right? So we're good over here. But yes, indeed, like I said, shout out to all the content creators making it do what it do from New York City because to get that inside knowledge for all of us is very, very invaluable and very warranted and also necessary because the traditional mainstream outlets of ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox, CW doesn't have a news department, although Nexstar owns News Nation, so they could probably do News Nation coverage of the Diddy trial on CW, but like I said, they're not that smart at Nexstar Group because if they were, they would make the CW the first broadcast network for Black and minority people of color, and they would lean to their Dare to Defy slogan and bring series that Dare to Defy what can be of love, activism, of this, that, and third. And CW should stand for the Capture the Win Network, right? So let me flip reverse and run it back. Capture and Win Network will be about what does Capture and Win look like in the world of technology, in the world of video game, in the world of fashion, the world of interior design, and then Dare to Defy. You be the home for every other show that might have gotten passed over from ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox. If you do that, you would make so much ad revenue and money. You would actually break even for the first time in the history of the network. But hey, y'all the smart ones, right? Yes, indeed, our Lord Jesus. Yes, indeed. So, 4 people in the building. Thank y'all so much for being here. Like I said, I'm gonna try to give y'all a full hour before I cut off my camera. Then we'll chill out here until maybe like 1 hour and maybe 5 or 7 minutes, and then I'll get ready to watch 90 Day Fiance. Hunt for Love, and then bring y'all that review at 6 o'clock. And then after that, 8:30, we'll be doing the Kanye West document. So actually, let me do that right now and move that up for you all. Because yeah, I'm like, child, to do it at 10:30, I'm just like pushing it a little bit, but you know, I do what I can for y'all. I try my best to. And like I said, it is just me, y'all. I know, believe it or not, it is literally just me. Okay, so listen. Save changes. Skadoosh. All right, it is up and stuck at 8:30 here. And by the way, let me show you guys what we got coming up for you guys here. So right here, as y'all see, just changed the time to 8:30 right here for the Lauren Piscata and Kanye West lawsuit breakdown. That'll be happening live tonight at 8:30. But this right here, the Nintendo TikTok potential acquisition breakdown town hall, please be here for that. Because when I present to you how Nintendo could buy TikTok and how TikTok could be incorporated into the Nintendo infrastructure, y'all are going to lose your minds. You will definitely lose your minds. So yes, indeed. By the way, if you want to know what's happening in the career economy, this show right here was huge. We talked about Television City offering their production services, including sound stages, to influencers and content creators, a new platform called OWN, not the Open Winfrey Network, but a decentralized short form video app called OWN, where content creators will get to keep 95% of their revenue. And also Tubi is teaming up with content creators to bring their digital libraries onto Tubi, which by the way just surpassed 100 million monthly active users. Streaming has dominated over cable and TV for the very first time. And of course, YouTube is trying to get more into Hollywood with 20-minute episodic episodes. So there you go. And of course, Netflix and Hulu and Max and everybody else is trying to team up with content creators more and more. So, but you know, we'll see. Oh, I just see, by the way, we just made it to 3,000 videos. Can you believe that we've done 3,000 videos on this channel together? How crazy is that? 3,000 videos total. And definitely more to come for sure. Let's see there. Oh, man. And I'm going to go sleep. I'm joking. Man, that moment I will never be able to escape that moment, me falling asleep on live. I was fully like, Brian, you know, you're like, huh? What? Those of you who may not know the early days of my YouTube career, I was on with, who was I on with? L'Oreal. I think we fell asleep together on the live. And I was so knocked out that T-Talk with Your Girl called me live and, let me know that I was still alive. So I had to end the live stream because I think I was snoring on the live too. So, but yeah, hey, look, at least I was sleeping on live. There's worse things you could be doing on a live, okay? But also, too, granted, those were circumstances I think was like a 14-hour live or something to that degree. Either way, it was a long ass live, son. Yes, indeed. There, so. One more minute here, and then I will turn off my camera. Yes, indeed. There. But seriously, y'all be here for that Nintendo TikTok conversation because that's going to be a very interesting conversation. Like I said, TikTok is still up for sale, and of course, I believe truly Disney should buy it for the reasons that we'll get into in that conversation tomorrow night at 8:30. But actually, that would be the Juneteenth conversation. Okay, hang on. And like I said, I did not recognize that because of the simple fact there. Well, let me do this. Hang on. I'll do this. Because this will make it a lot easier. Let me do a poll question. Nope, I don't want to do a quiz. Let me do this. Text. Hey, everybody. I am live on tour right now with the Virtual Tour family, talking about the off day of the Diddy trial. Tomorrow is Juneteenth, and I made a live talking about Nintendo potentially acquiring TikTok. But I need your help. Would you guys like that Would you guys like that? But I need your help with a time. Would you guys like to have the live stream at 6 p.m. or 8:30? Let me know. 6 p.m. 8:30 p.m. Okay. All right, post. There we go. So the poll is posted. So based on those results, I will make it do what it do for all of you. All right, it's been 1 hour, 1 minute, and 30 seconds now. I'm going to turn off my camera now because we've done the whole show for an hour. Yes, we have. Yes, indeed. So, yep, Diddy trial is off today. Yes, indeed. So I'm going to be here with y'all for just a little bit. And like I said, based on the poll results, as the fireworks are going off behind us here, based on the poll results, I will make it do what it do. So either you guys will get that at 6 p.m. or 8:30. So yes, indeed. So yep, you guys got any questions for me in the chat at all over the Diddy trial, or any questions about the channel or me, or just anything in general within reason, y'all, please. My Lord, my Lord, my Lord. Yes, indeed. So, 7 people in the building. Thank you all so much for being here. Appreciate each and every single one of you. We're just chilling. Like I said, the Diddy trial is off today. And like I said, the 26th day of the trial will be happening on Friday, June 20th. It will not be happening tomorrow because of the Juneteenth federal holiday. So there it is there. Sorry, y'all. So yes, indeed, you guys will be getting 4 shows today. So we did the 11 a.m. show. This would have been on 6 o'clock, but because the trial ended earlier today, you guys get this, show still, but just at earlier time at 2 o'clock. And then tonight at 6 o'clock will be 90 Day Fiance, Ready to Love review. I think we're on episode 4 right now, and then we'll be on. Then we'll talk about the Lawrence Piscata and Kanye West lawsuit tonight. So, and at least that has 25 pages. That's better than 46. Child, I was on for 3 hours reading every page of that Tyler Perry lawsuit, which was just crazy to me. Yeah, it's a lot going on, child. It's a lot going on. So, yes, indeed. Man. So yeah, like I said, we'll just be here chilling until 1 hour and 7 minutes here. You know what? Let's do it to 110. Why not? 5 more minutes in case y'all want to say anything in the chat. So Jesus Christ. Hey, people in the building. Thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate y'all. If you're loving the vibe of this channel and this live stream, please hit the subscribe button, hit the all notification bells. That way you know whenever we go live on tour, upload a short or upload a video. Like I said to Nikki News and everybody, I know this trial has been so consuming. It really has, man. It really has. But also too, shout out to everybody who has been covering this. I mean, whether you are covering it from the comfort of your home or condo, apartment, tiny home, RV, Sprinter van, whatever you make it, however you make it to do what it do, right? Whether you're doing that or you are actually from New York and you're able to get into the courtroom, a rising tide lifts all boats. So shout out to everybody who's been making it do what it do, because to be on the beat every single day, this definitely is weighing heavy in the culture for sure. And also too, a lot of people don't really recognize that YouTube really does teach you a lot of valuable business skills. It teaches you about your brand, teaches you about business, it teaches you about how to create a show, how to format a show, what a thumbnail is, which, a thumbnail is pretty much like, trying to think out, but a thumbnail is like a preview of the show that you're about to watch. Like when you watch daytime talk shows and you see like, hey, coming up today on the Braylon show, right? Also, too, you learn how to speak to your audience. You learn how to pace yourself. You learn how to throw in the right commercial breaks at the right times, and all that stuff, and how to diversify yourself through, advertising and merchandising and just so many things, right? So, and also, too, let me tell you something. If you cannot handle being on every single day for a trial, imagine you make it and this is your life every single day. So this is a great stomping ground to see if you really want to do this for your career before you have the opportunity to actually, make it. You know what I mean? So. Yes, indeed. Almost there to 1 hour and 10 minutes. Then we'll head on out of here. Whew. There you go. Like I said, I was planning on doing that. I was planning on doing the Diddy trial and that show, rather. Excuse me, and that show on Thursday, but because of the Diddy trial not happening because of Juneteenth, we'll just do a show for you guys on Thursday. So, yeah. There's those fireworks going off behind us once again there. Oh, no. Yes, indeed, there. Almost there. All right, everybody, that is it for me. Thank you all so much to everybody that came through in the bushes, Nikki News Narcissism in the chat. Thank you all so much. One love, much love, all love. I feel the love and send it right back to you. Like I said, today would have been the 26th day of the Diddy trial. 26th day will actually be happening on Friday, June 20th. There will also not be a trial day tomorrow because it's Juneteenth. So, like I said, in the meantime, between time, go to the community wall, go to my community wall rather, and vote on that poll question. Do you want that Nintendo TikTok acquisition conversation at 6 p.m. or at 8:30 p.m., right? So the show's already put together, everything. All I got to do is just come in the studio, hit start stream, and go live. So y'all let me know what's up with that. And yeah, like I said, I'll see you back here tonight at 6 p.m. for 90 Day Fiance, Hunt for Love. And then at 8:30 p.m., get ready as we talk about Kanye West's sexual assault lawsuit that Lauren Piscata filed up against him. One love, much love, all love. I feel love and send it right back to you. Bye, everybody.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.